Welcome back to Vegas. It's Alex talking to the stars of the Strip and finding somewhere great to eat. And it's always nice to come to Joe's here at the Forum Shops at Caesars. Jason Caparelli is the general manager. How are you?
I'm very good today. I'm glad to see you're back in Vegas.
Well, I am back in Vegas, and I'm also back at Joe's because this is one of my favorite places to eat. It's relaxed and comfortable, yet it's great food with high-end service. Congratulations.
Well, thank you. I think you really hit it on the head in that short synopsis about the restaurant, but that's exactly what we're here to do.
We were talking before the interview about choices. I don't think there's anywhere in the world that offers you more choice for food, is there?
Oh, absolutely. I think the Strip itself, maybe 2-3 miles, and in that small stretch, you've got some of the best restaurants in the world, so a lot of competition here.
How do you stick out then? How do you make sure that your restaurant is the place to be opposed to next door?
Well, I think the formula is pretty simple. I think it starts with a great product, as well as, like you said, high-end service, and that's the formula. If you can give great service, have a great product, and as well as a reasonable price, I think in today's economy, that's what people are looking for. They're looking for a value, but they don't want to sacrifice their dining experience for that value.
I've just enjoyed one of your signature dishes, which is the stone crab, which is just beautiful and fresh. How difficult is it to get that here in time for it to be fresh?
Not very difficult. With transportation today, we do have that fresh crab during season shipped in every day but Sunday. So, overnight it does incur some expense, which we try not to hand off too much to the guests. But it gets here just as fast as it probably gets to any restaurant, even near the coast.
I think it's almost irrelevant now, isn't it, that you're in the middle of the desert? It doesn't make any difference.
No, it doesn't. And for a long time, people would say, well, how could you get fresh fish to the desert? Well, I said the only fresh fish you really get is local fish. So if you're in, let's say, Maryland, I mean, you may get fresh soft-shell crabs, and that is a delicacy in Maryland. But if you were ordering halibut in Maryland, I can tell you that the halibut wasn't coming from the coast of Maryland, it was coming from Alaska. So, the same way that anywhere gets their fish, I mean, most fish is flown in, even if you do own a restaurant on the coast. The only fresh product that you're getting is what's indigenous to that area.
The stone crab is just so beautiful and tasty. Do you recommend everybody has that when they come here? Because I've not seen it in any other restaurant.
Absolutely. It is a delicacy. It is a sustainable resource as well. They actually take one claw from the crab and they put the crab back in the water, and the crab actually regenerates the claw. So you have a sustainable product that has a sweet, delicate meat that we serve with our Joe's mustard sauce, and it is delicious. But if you don't like fish or shellfish, we also do steaks at Joe's as well.
Why is it I go in so many restaurants and they screw it up? Because steak is a bit like a scallop. Just leave it alone, cook it a little bit, and it will be delicious.
Absolutely. Simple. And that's our formula. What we do is we just hit the steak with some salt and pepper. We do start with prime beef, so it is the top percentile of the beef in the United States. We put it under an 1800 degree broiler and we let it cook. Then when we take it out, we hit it with a little fresh butter, and we bring it out to the table on a hot plate.
Must be exciting being here at Caesars because there's so many people passing by, some of them more famous than others. Does it always give you a thrill when there's somebody in that everybody else knows?
Absolutely. I've been here for 5 years now, and it still entertains me to this day, no matter who it is. It's just nice to have that recognition and to know that somebody that I'm familiar with, whether it be personally or not, is here to enjoy our food and our service.
I suppose a restaurant really is like a live show. It's all right to get them in once, but to get them back again is the trick, to make their experience special that they want to return.
That's the key. We've been very proud to have repeat guests, and when I say repeat guests, I don't mean when they return to Vegas. I mean within the same trip, which I cannot say enough about, and I praise my staff because I think a lot of that has to do with the service. If we make them feel at home and we serve them a great product, I think they'll be back again, especially when they get that check and it is reasonable and they see they've got top-notch product at a reasonable price and great service. They're going to come back more than once during the same trip.
How important are the locals to you? Because we don't talk a lot about them on the program, but let's face it, there's a lot of them. There's more of those now in Vegas than the people passing through.
Locals are extremely important for the big reason that during the summer in Las Vegas, convention traffic slows down, tourism slows down due to what some would call unbearable heat. So during the months of July and August, we really depend on those locals to support us, as well as the rest of the year when there's not a convention in town, or beginning of December when everyone is home for the holidays. We really depend on those locals to support us. That's why we're always trying to win them over.
And again, I know you tend to look after them very well. You give them discounts and stuff, as do the shows, because it's so important to get them to the Strip, because they're so aggravated by it, they try and avoid it. So you've got to find a reason to bring them in.
Absolutely, and myself included. When I leave the Strip, chances are I don't come back. I want to get back to the suburbs and where it's quiet. I live about 6 miles outside of the Strip, so there is some traffic to deal with and parking to deal with when coming down to the Strip. So you really have to make it worth it for our guests to come down and fight those things. And like I said, we do that by recognizing our locals and taking care of them, whether it's sending out some free pie or it's just offering great value, and they see that value and they love the service. So I have more repeat locals than I've had in other places that I've worked that aren't tourism towns.
Very finally, Jason, tell me about being here in Las Vegas. I know you've spent a lot of time on the East Coast. Is this the place to be now? Is this the place that you're going to live in forever?
I have to say I love it. I like being out on the West Coast because of the surrounding areas. You've got Utah to the east. California is very close. Arizona, Colorado. Beautiful, beautiful part of the country. And I've been here 5 years and I haven't even cracked that a little bit. So I think I enjoy that. Where the East Coast has a lot of culture and a lot of history, but out here it's naturally beautiful.
Congratulations on this wonderful restaurant. Joe's Stone Crab is just a place to come when you visit here, because it's totally unique and different, and for a lunch as well. There's nothing like it in Vegas. Thank you very much for having me back. Jason is here at Joe's in the Forum Shops at Caesars. Thank you for talking to me.
Well, thank you for coming back. We always appreciate it, and I hope to see you back next year at the same time.